Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. For some reason, right as I was getting ready to channel this reading, I heard something about a small love, and specifically a message for a divine feminine about not accepting a small love from others, either platonically, within her friendships, within her family connections, or potentially for many divine feminines. This is about raising her standards romantically for herself as well. And there's something specifically about energetic protection with the garden and the gate reversed. I'm hearing you have so much beautiful love to give, and you deserve to have that love reflected equally to you. So I do want to see if I can get more messages and information for this divine feminine. But before we get into this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, because when you subscribe, this allows me to bring forth more clear and specific messages for you and your situation. So protection around the hearts with garden and the gates reversed. Caring connections, only allowing in those who truly see you and truly offer you the kind of love that you deserve. There's something about the number 14 coming out here. Someone here might be seeing the number 1144 or different combinations of 1 and 4. I also keep sensing that this person may be on a twin flame path, although that hasn't yet been confirmed by the cards. And as I was saying that, the goddess of the moon reversed came out here. So although this isn't necessarily a twin flame card, it very often speaks to a divine feminine soul who has felt a bit disempowered at times lately, or has felt a bit disconnected from her own true spiritual power. So what is going on with this divine feminine? Man holding a heart reversed. So I feel that the reason this divine feminine has felt disempowered is because there was some masculine energy that I'm hearing desperation, that she desperately wanted or desired at some point in time to have some kind of solid manifested romantic connection with. But this masculine was resistant to coming forward, or I'm just getting this feeling of disappointment from the feminine, like this masculine couldn't offer what she truly deserved, or I'm hearing he couldn't fully give her his heart. It's almost as though his heart wasn't available or accessible to her. With door to value reversed, because so for some masculine, I'm getting that there could have been a masculine who was overly fixated on money. Literally, I heard greedy. So he could have been very money focused or ego dominated in some way. But this can also speak more broadly to simply having his priorities out of whack, not being able to prioritize his life and what really should have been important to him. Because it was important to him on a soul level. I feel there's a very mutual connection here, and that's the confusing energy coming through that hopefully we'll be able to clarify as I pull more cards. But the energy I'm getting is of two people who share a mutual love connection, and the feminine in this situation is highly intuitive. So she was aware that her love was returned to her energetically at the soul level, and yet at the same time, there was this feeling of In the 3D, this masculine not having his priorities correctly ordered or living from a state of ego dominance and therefore not being fully available in the physical to come forward with a full open offer of love. And this leaving the divine feminine here feeling disempowered and disappointed. There's something about creativity. I feel that some divine feminines here may have actually channeled some of this heartache or pain or disappointment into some form of arts, into music. I'm hearing you used it as fuel. So you could have turned it into a business endeavor or into music or into arts, really channeled all of that energy that at one time felt very disappointing, challenging, or painful to you. It's like taking all of that and channeling it into something constructive, creative, or beautiful. I'm hearing taking pain and transmuting it into beauty. I'm also hearing that this divine feminine may simply have heightened creativity at this time. With guilt and forgiveness, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, and I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So I'm getting the sense that this may or may not be a twin flame connection. And by the way, in these mini readings, I do channel many different forms of connection and different people. So these are not generalized readings. Only take what connects with you personally, because I'm usually channeling small subsets of people. So trust that resonance that you feel in your soul towards certain readings. But regardless of whether this is a twin flame or not, I feel for many feminines, this could be any past love situation with a particular masculine who, again, wasn't able to fully see their worth or wasn't willing to prioritize his life in a way that would allow him to come forward with an open heart and truly give this feminine the kind of love that she deserves. And so with guilt, and with happy family, okay, I got a little bit ahead of myself there, but happy family came out in the reverse position. Interestingly, this card often speaks to reunion. So the fact that it's reversed tells me that this feminine had this feeling as though I'm hearing perpetual delays or reversals. It's like, I hear her saying it feels like one step forward, two steps back with this masculine. It was never going anywhere. Everything felt so circular, like we're talking in circles, we're moving in circles. So finally, I feel this feminine did step back in order to protect her energy, again with the garden and the gate reversed being the first card. It's like protect your heart and raise your standards. And that's what I feel she was guided to do. And to really begin, I'm hearing healing and stepping back into her power, which for many feminines, I feel has involved taking this situation, or at the least the emotion she's felt from this situation, and actually channeling it in some kind of a creative direction. But with guilt and forgiveness, I see these two things going very much together, because I feel that forgiveness here is coming up as a letting go, but not necessarily a letting go of a person or of a connection. Only you will know if that applies literally for you. I feel for most, this is more so a surrender, detachments here from the outcomes of this connection or this situation, and a shift in focus back into that with the imagination card, that creative endeavor, that passion that I feel this divine feminine is really beginning to tap into. I feel that even if these two people are not in communication, the masculine here is feeling a lot of guilt, whether he's being vocal about that or not. There is this guilt here because he knows that he should have offered this feminine more. And again, the confusing aspect here is that at the soul level, he did desire and does desire to offer more. But there's this feeling of, again, this ego dominance that in the past or even in the present is still kind of pervasive in his life and potentially keeps him from fully moving forward in these ways. I just hear him saying, I know I can't be what you deserve, but I wanted to be. With community reversed, yeah, I definitely sense there's a distance here because community speaks to physical connection. So I'm hearing there could be a lack of physical connection or 3D communication, some kind of separation between these two souls at this time. But I'm seeing visually at the energy level between you and this person, there are these strings of both guilt and resentments that need to be released from both sides as a letting go, as a surrender, as a form of forgiveness. But again, not forgiving the other per se or forgetting everything that happened between you, but more so choosing peace, choosing love, choosing to love yourself enough that you aren't going to allow your attachments to the negative aspects of the past of this situation to weigh you down any longer. That's the kind of forgiveness that I feel is required here. And I just saw the number 1111 also. Because for many, I'm feeling this situation between the two of you could have actually happened a long time in the past, even years ago for some. And I'm hearing that for a divine feminine here, this other soul, this masculine, in a strange roundabout way, for many of you was part of your soul's path here on earth in a very integral way. I heard spiritual awakening. So for some of you, this person could have ignited or deepened your spiritual awakening. For some, this could have been a sort of catalyst twin flame situation. But something about this person caused you to really begin to deconstruct some of your old belief systems, your old way of seeing the world. I feel like this person, this masculine, somehow opened your eyes or opened your minds in this lifetime. And that was a major part of their purpose here in your life. The word rocky came out and I heard Rocky Mountains. Also the word stage. So someone here may be an actor or actress or involved in movies or theater in some way, or may use a stage to perform music or something along those lines. Angel of Balance and Journey in the reverse position. Things are coming into balance as you continue taking this journey within yourself. Yeah, I really feel like this situation sparked a lot of introspection, and this isn't one-sided introspection, although I feel to the perspective of this divine feminine, it may feel at times like you are the only one introspecting here. But the masculine, perhaps more secretly and subtly, has been going through his own process of introspection through this. Storm warning in the reverse. I really feel a divine feminine here seeking to really create more peace and harmony in her daily life. I hear her saying, I'm no longer willing to submit to chaos. And I feel that may have been part of what has kept her disconnected from this person, because there could have been something about their connection in the past that was very turbulent or very chaotic. And this feminine has raised her standards to the point where I hear her saying, you taught me how to love myself enough that I'm no longer willing to submit to the chaos that's physically connecting more intensely at this time would bring into my life. And specifically with woman holding a coin reversed, this tells me that part, and I felt this earlier but didn't say it, for some people listening, I feel that part of why this masculine wasn't available to you is because when you met or after you met, there could have been involvements with some karmic feminine energy, romantically speaking. This won't be for everyone, but for some, there was a romantic feminine karmic situation. That is why this masculine, or part of why this masculine wasn't fully available. So once again, this feeling of the feminine having raised her standards means that she is no longer willing to submit to the chaos involved in trying to forge a connection in the 3D with a masculine who is still caught up in these karmic cycles, potentially involving a karmic feminine situation. I'm also getting something about finances here. So for this masculine, part of why he could be staying in this karmic situation, which again, I feel for some is a romantic situation, is because of a financial concern, or I'm just seeing two people really financially entangled with one another. Walking away in kind of the midway position here, the sideways position. And I feel this feminine saying with this card, by the way, number 27 might be significant to someone. I feel this feminine saying, I walked away, but I find myself still looking back. I'm hearing for some feminines, this looking back seems to happen all the time. And there's this feeling of, I look back, but I know I can't go back. Because there's this awareness that the masculine isn't prepared to fully come forward, whatever the situation is. That some kind of energetic balancing needs to take place before this can fully sustain itself in the physical world. That's what I'm getting from this situation. Attachment in the reverse position and solar plexus uprights. Wow, so I'm getting a message from this divine feminine's guides here, specifically about how this whole process has really been for her a process of releasing any form of attachment to things, to concepts, to ideas, even to people that have been weighing her down, so that she can become this highest, most balanced, most fulfilled version of herself. And through this process, she has been radically shifting her solar plexus energy, really raising her confidence in herself. But I see that it's been rocky at times. There have been moments where you felt divine feminine, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of uncertainty creeping in. But your guides are so proud of you, your higher self, whatever spiritual forces you connect with, want you to know that they are proud of you because of how you've continued to build your confidence in spite of your fears. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability, the cosmic heart, devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. What I'm really getting for this divine feminine is that I'm hearing her say on this higher self level, for a while I thought this journey, I wanted to say twin flame. So for some, this really could be a twin flame, although that never came up specifically in the cards, but I am sensing for some it will resonate that way. But I'm getting that this feminine is saying on this higher self level, I used to think that meeting this person, connecting in this way, experiencing this path was all about the person, the manifested love elements. But now I'm realizing it was actually about reconnecting me with myself, about fueling my passion, my creativity, about bringing me onto my life purpose and path. And she's being guided to continue in that direction, to continue taking all this love she has, and instead of looking externally for a person to pour it into, to actually take that love and pour it into herself, pour it into her arts, into what she is manifesting, what she is creating, her work, her life purpose and passion. And I hear her guides saying, don't you see how magnetic that makes you? How you feel this radiance around you when you're really pouring that powerful love energy into yourself. And finally, the last card to come out here is surrender. I can release my need to control. And I really feel that state of surrender is both where that feminine is now most of the time, but also what she's being guided more deeply into all the time. So if this is resonating with you, I have created a twin flame surrender subliminal meditation to really assist you with continuing to solidify the states of surrender. this peace and stability within yourself along your path, because I do sense that many of you listening are twin flames, and this subliminal is about continuing to balance and stable your inner masculine and inner feminine energies to bring you into greater security in yourself, which leads to peace and ultimately to the kind of magnetism around you that allows you to really create your life to order, to attract your desires, to really continue pouring your hearts into your manifestations and passions here, as I see you doing on a day-to-day basis. So the link to more information on this twin flame surrender subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. On my website, soundandsoulful.com, as you can see on the screen, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for material manifestations like money and business success, and for twin flames specifically as well. So the link to that twin flame surrender subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box. And again, that is from my website, soundandsoulful.com. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.